The Rawrr Mantis X and X Pro now have DOT4 brakes, and by popular demand, here's a video on how to bleed those brakes. For this video to pertain to you, your brake master cylinders must look like this. If you have the old school brakes like this that uses mineral oil, do not use this video. I'll link the other video on how to bleed those brakes below. That said, the process is very similar. It's a little messy and it uses the same kit as the mineral oil. Just don't use the mineral oil. I'll walk you through tools that you need, the process to do it, and how to stay clean. This is the kit that I'm using. I got it on Amazon. It's fairly inexpensive. This one does come with mineral oil. As I mentioned, do not use this. You will need to use DOT4 brake fluid for these master cylinders. From within the kit, you can use the reservoir cup, a small adapter, the plunger for the reservoir. You've obviously got the syringe with an adapter that goes into the caliper, and then a couple small tools that you can find in your toolkit. A couple things to note about this project. DOT brake fluid is caustic. That means it will melt plastic, it will melt glue, it'll melt decals. Try your best not to get it on the bike or anything around it. If you spill it, clean it up. If you get it on your hands, wash it. It's recommended to wear gloves. I'm stubborn and don't do that. You will also need some type of shop towel or paper towel or rag because this is a messy process. It's just a screw, so we're gonna have to make a mess by doing this. Most motorcycle brakes have this type of a bleed nipple on it, and this makes it substantially easier to bleed the brakes. I'm not quite sure why Rawr's brakes don't have that, but this would be a fantastic addition in future models. The very first thing we wanna do is make sure that this caliper is clean. If there's dirt or mud around this bleed screw, we need to clean that. The second thing we want to do is make sure that the master cylinder is clean. We're going to be taking off this bleed screw up top, and then use your Allen key, loosen one of the clamp bolts just a little bit, and then rotate this upward so that this is fairly level. We're going to remove that bigger screw with the Torx key that we've got in the Rawrr kit. There is a rubber O-ring on that screw. Make sure it comes off with the screw. Use one of the adapters that has the same thread as the screw and put it into the hole. Thread it in, don't go too tight, it is just plastic. Take the reservoir cup, pop it in place. If you like motorcycles, if you like e-motorcycles, and if you like anything that's really on two wheels, feel free to subscribe to the channel. We're now gonna prep the syringe with the brake fluid. Make sure you have a fairly new or brand new bottle of brake fluid. I just opened this one today. The syringe itself needs to have the tube on it, needs to have the correct adapter for the screw, the bleed screw that we're taking out, and then also the pinch cable. Insert the tube into the bottle, fill up the syringe, try to get all of the air out of the tube itself. We're going to use the back bleed screw. There is a front bleed screw too, but because this one's higher, this will be able to retain more air bubbles, so we want to use that one. With your Torx key, crack it loose just so you don't have a whole lot of tension on it, and then grab your shop towel. This will make a mess. Like I said, this is a messy process, so try to tuck this in and around so that it stays in place. Have your adapter ready to screw into this as soon as we take it out. Again, not too tight, but we want to make sure it seals. Now we simply squeeze, pushing the fluid through the whole system, all while keeping an eye up there. You can see the fluid coming out of the cap. Make sure it doesn't fill up. You'll see any bubbles coming through. I'm going to do a full syringe through this. Now to make it easier to remove, I'm going to squeeze this shut, the clamp. That'll create a vacuum so I can remove the syringe. Makes it a little bit easier just to get this out fast. Before we remove this though, grab that little plunger, put the plunger into the cup, push down, that'll create a seal. Now we can remove that. Take this to some place that you can dispose of it safely. I've got an absorbent cloth that I'm going to use to just throw it away. You'll see there's more fluid in this cap than there is the space in here. So make sure you grab another rag, another shop towel, so when you take this out, it doesn't make too much of a mess as well. Unthread this. Try not to drop that screw like I just did. Then we put the bleed screw back in. As we're putting the bleed screw back in, try your best not to make a big mess. See how as I tightened it, fluid came out? Use that shop rag, clean it up. With this next step, we have to be fast so we don't make a big mess. I'm gonna try to do it as quickly as I can while getting it on camera, so let's see what happens. I find it easiest to put the bleed screw onto the Allen key, ready to go, so that when we take this off, we can just quickly pop it in. Keep that rag underneath the caliper, because there will be fluid that leaks out. Don't crank down on it yet, because we still need to take it back out. Take it back out? What do you mean? You're done, right? No. Now we have to put pressure to it. It's going to take a few pumps to get pressure, and then we hold it while removing that screw. Try to get it on camera. All right, so I'm building up pressure with my right hand, and then I hold it tight. I don't let go. I squeeze, 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 and then I release the air from the bleed screw. And then I tighten it right back up. Do not let go of that lever on your hand. Once it's tight, then you can let go of the lever. It might take a couple times to do that. It's pretty decent, even just after one pump. Don't forget to put your lever back where you had it before. Drop that back down, and then tighten it up. It's messy. I don't know why they don't have a proper bleed screw on the calipers. I'm gonna look to see if I can find some and then make that change. If I can find them, I'll make a video about that too. Hopefully this is helpful for you. Hopefully you can stop now. Hopefully you're having fun on your Rawrr, and I hope I can see you out there riding. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you out the track.